my view, a lot of digital platforms are silos. But what is important today is a combination of both. Honestly, I would like to congratulate India and the UK for this historic milestone free trade agreement. It's absolutely a wonderful news for both the countries, especially London, a hot spot for startups and MSP.
Hello, everyone. There was a time when the most insightful conversations, the ones that shape industries, transform careers, and challenge perspectives, felt out of reach. I've always believed that knowledge shouldn't be a privilege, it should be a bridge that connects aspiring minds to those who have walked the path, built legacies, and made a difference. And that's why EduTalks by AB and Abhishek Boral initiative was born. This podcast is more than just a series of interviews. It's a platform, a conversation hub where voices from academia, business, and social impact comes together to share their journey, their insights, and their wisdom. Whether you're an ambitious student seeking direction, a professional navigating through the complexities of growth, or simply someone who loves to learn, this space is yours. No formalities, no barriers, just real conversation with impact. And today I have with me Tarun Singhal from British Business Group, Delhi. He's also the Vice President of Chevening Alumni India and a new feather of professorship at a premier Indian institution. Welcome, Tarun, to EduTalks by AB.
Thank you, Abhi.
So moving on, right on to the point, I just want to ask, you've studied your post-graduation in UK and have the experience of working around the globe. When you hire people, maybe fresh postgrads who have studied management, marketing, or maybe international business, what are the top skills that you generally look in them?
So, Abhi, as you know, I love acronyms. So, and you mentioned GLOBE. Let me start with that UK stands out as a global career hub for several reasons. And if I use the word acronym, which is GLOBE, GLOBE, G for global exposure, work with diverse teams and global companies. L for language and ease. English proficiency opens up wider roles. O for openness to talent, visa pathways, and merit driven hiring. B, business hub, especially London, a hotspot for startups and MNCs. E, education, work connect, strong industry academia, interface for internships and jobs. Now, you said about hiring top skills I look for when I am hiring fresh postgrads in marketing or IB, I would again use another acronym as CASE, CASE. C is curiosity, a hunger to explore and question. A, adaptability, ability to thrive in change. S, storytelling skills, especially in marketing and branding roles. E, execution ownership, getting things done with accountability. So when we hire fresh postgrads, we primarily look for clarity of thought, curiosity, and comm skills. Technical knowledge can be taught, but attitude and adaptability are innate. I also value storytelling abilities, strategic thinking, digital fluency, and a sense of ownership. For those in marketing and international business, Abhi, an understanding of cross-border markets, data analytics, and emotional intelligence is a huge plus. Above all, I also look for someone who is collaborative and willing to learn continuously.
Great. Thank you so much for that, Tarun. I did pick up about cross-border market. So UK currently, UK India has lately announced their free trade agreement. So if you can tell me a little more about how British Business Group, which plays a significant role in, say, fostering trade and networking. So how does that help fresh professionals or new entrepreneurs? Okay. how they can leverage such platforms for career advancement?
So, firstly, I would like to congratulate India and the UK for this historic milestone free trade agreement. It's absolutely a wonderful news for both the countries. You spoke about networking. I would say I will use another acronym NET from networking, which I think of BBG as NET for career progression. N is for network access, connect with decision makers and peers. E would say engage actively, attend events, volunteer, join discussions. And finally, T, which is trade insights, learn from UK India trade and policy movements. So, the British Business Group or the BBG is a phenomenal platform for networking, mentorship, and collaboration. As a member of BBG Delhi, I have seen how the group creates a bridge between the UK and Indian enterprises. It's more than a networking forum, it's a knowledge sharing ecosystem. For professionals like us, it offers mentorship, access to events, trade insights, and a strong support system to connect with senior leaders, entrepreneurs, and policy influencers. My advice to young professionals is be proactive, participate in discussions, volunteer for initiatives. This is exactly how opportunities often find you.
That's so nice of you to explain the entire bit. But one question that often strikes the minds of young professionals is when we speak about networking, which one works better? Is it more like a face-to-face networking, or using or dependency over platforms like LinkedIn or X to connect with influential networks? Is there any particular mix that you would recommend? Because currently, fresh professionals are kind of torn between whether they should want to engage more face to face, or probably a LinkedIn does just fine.
Very good question. If you ask my personal view, and as you know me, I am somebody who is more of human touch. And that's what makes the difference because as humans, we come as tribes. We have to live in tribes. I mean, we can't be living in silos. And in my view, a lot of digital platforms are silos. But what is important today is a combination of both because the digital platforms help you with the reach, the network. And I would say, in simple words, when we talk about LinkedIn or X, which was formerly Twitter for influential networking, I would use a simple acronym VISA. So if you want your digital doors to open, get your Visa. So I'm not brand marketing for Visa card here, but I would say VISA. V is for voice your views, post thought leadership and insights. I interact meaningfully, like, comment, add value, not noise. S showcase skills, use your profile as a living portfolio. Finally, A, authenticity wins. Be real, be relevant. So, in simple words, digital presence is your new resume. LinkedIn is especially powerful for professionals looking to build their voice, thoughtful content, industry insights, and meaningful engagement help establish credibility. On X, you get access to live, real time discussions and opinions from thought leaders. Tagging the right people, contributing to relevant hashtags, and following sectoral developments help in staying visible and relevant. But always remember, Abhi, that authenticity matters more than virality. Build relationships, not just followership.
That's very interesting thought, because a lot of fresh professionals are confused that whether if their number of if they follow people, if their number of followers are increasing, does that kind of help in their it definitely helps in their reach, but does it help in the connecting with people, which you rightly clarified? Well, coming towards the end of our conversation for the day, the last question, which a lot of parents would relate to. So, Aditya, your son graduated from UK too. So, as a parent, What are the things that you took into consideration while you were supporting his higher education dreams?
It's very simple, Abhi, and I will not leave my love for acronyms. I would say is DREAM, DREAM. So every parent, including myself, want their child to dream big. D, destination fit, safety, diversity, and future potential. R, right course and college, focus on passion plus practicality. E, for emotional support, be their rock, not just a funda. A, affordability and ROI, value over just brand. Last but not the least, M, mentorship and guidance. Keep guiding your kids without interfering. So, supporting my son Aditya's journey was a deeply enriching experience as a parent for both me and my wife, Rashmi. While we considered academics, we also paid attention to factors like the city's safety, cultural integration, employment opportunities post study, and mental well being support on campus. It wasn't just about getting a degree, it was about helping him become a global citizen. I believe every parent needs to balance aspiration with awareness and provide that emotional support during this phase. I'm proud of how he's evolved, and I continue to learn from his experiences too.
That's so nice and great. Thank you for sharing, and thank you so much for your time, Tarun. For the viewers, thank you for watching. Do like and share, and hit the bell icon for more such content.